here we go. Morning art stream. Working on some things. Little red in there. Hello, thank you for coming. Sorry if I sound all scraggly. I have discovered, for very unhappy reasons, that when I am done being sick, I tend to get a giant cough that lasts a really long time. It's probably something I need to talk to a doctor about. So, if you hear me coughing a bunch, I am fine, except for the fact that I have like this weird tickle thing in my throat. And it's just like constantly making me cough. like that. Which is, that just sucks, because I wanted to be like, I'm doing more streaming. I haven't done it in a while. Since last week, I was actually sick. But now, every time I'm going to do it, it's probably going to be like, blah, 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 blah. Well, I hope it goes away relatively soon. But I don't know when that'll be. I'm kind of wondering if it's like a family thing, if it's like a hereditary thing or whatever. Because, my mom has not exactly the same as mine. She has a similar chronic cough problem that's lasted for a while, and I'm a little worried. I'm like, oh no, is that going to be my future once I get old enough? And yes, we'll see. I'll deal with that as I deal with that. Although admittedly, I'm not very great at dealing with all that kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, there's a leak in my sink. Yeah, I'll fix it someday. It's a weird leak too. But yeah, let's do some drawing. I've got a few little Eldritchrune things. Excuse me. And a few little regular doodle things. So I got plenty to do. It's nice to have a bit of time for this stuff because next 2 weeks I have free. So I'll probably do a few more art streams. Might do another one later. What? It can't be ads already. That's weird. It just started. Supposed to wait half an hour. Yeah, exactly. Long list of things to do that I haven't done for a while. Like, fix the leak. Another thing I need to do some investing thing. I probably can't do it now anyway because it's a holiday. I'm trying to do responsible money stuff, and it's annoying. And not very fun, and I'm not very good at it. I'm trying. But right now I'm drawing. Responsible money stuff? Nah. Draw cartoons. Hello, thank you for coming to the stream. Again, sorry if I'm coughing a bunch. I was sick last week, and something that I've discovered that I wasn't quite able to grasp because I'm not sick that often, is that every time I get sick and then recover, I get this cough that sticks around for like a month or two, and then it goes. And so I'm in the stage now where it's like I sound all raspy, which kind of stings because, again, I want to stream some more. But we're starting out with some stuff on the sillier side for Deltarune. She can refine the laser. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you like them. They're very fun to do. And I hope I can catch up on them a little bit since I'm in between work stuff right now. She got the big teeth. Already Benjamin, thank you. I enjoy doing them. I can't stay away from them. It seems like I'm like, oh, well, you know, It'll probably be a while before my next ones because I finished Paper Trail and all this other stuff, and you know, I want to do a really big project whenever the full game is out, you know, something really canon based. Yeah, it's part of a joke. And I'm like, nope, apparently I gotta do more. Actually, do a little bit more like that. I can't help myself. They just keep happening. And gotta do I'll play stuff. Hello, hello, thank you for coming to the stream. I'm doing alright except for my cough. Maybe I'll go back and add the text on this stuff later. But there's gonna be text that they're saying. Front laser. Or maybe I should add the text. That might be funny. Hope all is well on your end as well. Okay. I gotta do like laser. Ah! Laser beam. Use a different. I like the rest recycle. Of silly things. Oh yeah, feel free to ask stuff. I'll do my best to answer. I should shape make the rock kind of a funky color. It's supposed to be like, oh, it's uranium rock. That's why she has laser power. Or some kind of silly joke. Anyway. Alright, I'm gonna add like dots there or something. And hopefully my computer cooperates. There's been some unfortunate happenstances lately where it was being mean to me. So here's hoping it is not mean to me. Hello, hello, thank you for coming. Yeah, she's blasting off again. Oh, some lines actually. Dot, dot, dot. Gotta catch up with all the masks. Saw X in theaters. I have not seen any of the Saw movies. I don't know if they get better or worse or about the same with time. Oh, thank you. Yeah, beam shading was just like black colors all over the place. Gotta do her eyes. Not the usual yellow eyes, because this is just for sillies. Well, next stream I probably will do one with the next Eldritchrune comic I'm working on is the Lancer one, where they meet Lancer, and that one is supposed to be mostly funny. Yeah, I guess with Halloween coming up, laser indigestion. First two are decent. After that, they start getting so bad they're good. I mean, I figure the ideas are going to get more and more violent. You gotta, like, up the ante when it comes to, you know, horror franchise. But wasn't the whole thing, like, I'm, you know, kind of a Walter White thing going on where he's like, I have cancer and I don't think other people appreciate their lives enough, so I'm going to make them appreciate their lives by putting them in mortal danger. Or something like that, and at that point it's like, okay, did he die of cancer yet, or is he still going? I don't know, that's just what I've heard. I could be wrong on that. Is Susie always being a beast in the dark world? Yeah, in this AU, they are always big eldritch beasts. Always big old scaries. That was the previous one. And also, so we'll see one of the other ones too in a bit, because I'm also doing a little something with Caddy and Jockington. Oh, pretty much. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad I got it right. Yeah, I don't know what happens after that, but I'm sure it gets even crazier. Oh, wait, no, I don't. That's the problem with the horror franchise. It's like, you do a really cool thing for the first one. It's like, well, now we gotta make it even crazier. I've never seen a horror that the main antagonist is dead for more than half of it. Well, then who's doing the traps? If, like... if he's dead... That's probably shaded in where I'll say wrong. Oh well. I mean, I guess you count, like, you know, isn't Jason Voorhees dead? You know? That's kind of the point. Yeah, I shaded this wrong. Oops. Would I bring more Rousey Fire appearance in the comic? I'd like to. I'm not sure when. Because he usually keeps the hat on. But, like, I don't know, when they get to the light world, he'll probably take off the hat to get more intimidating that way. But I'd like to, because he is fun with the hat off. He's definitely supposed to be a little scarier. Yeah, I gotta reshade some of this, because that's not quite correct. Oh, prentices. I need apprentices for my death trap stuff. Okay, Jigsaw. Okay. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. I super appreciate it. Oh, I need to add stuff like the point system and all that goodness. Maybe someday I'll be able to. Yeah, let's fix this a bit. No, you. No, oh, no wonder it wasn't working. I can't be on the right layer worth crap. Well, it's kind of funny how that happens. Like, when you have, like, very little budget and stuff like that, and not that much, like, if you're very restricted in terms of, like, your budget and that kind of stuff, and, you know, what resources you have on hand, like, you tend to get actually pretty creative, and that, like, you know, the story and the characters and the idea can shine when you, like, don't get caught up in all this other stuff you gotta do. Exactly, limitations can lead to creativity. And then often what happens is, like, you know, once you don't have limitations, you kind of get lost in all the resources you can use. It's good to have some limitations on your stuff sometimes. Or at least limitations in a way it's like, okay, I can focus on, like, you know, the story aspect. Because the other thing is, like, you do want to at least be, especially if you're doing, like, a movie or something like that, you know, want to be paying people properly. It's not very fun. It's like, oh yeah, like, you shouldn't have to actually suffer for good art. You should still be, you know, paying people. But the idea is, like, you have just, like, less resources to mess around with that. Alright, thank you. Yeah, hopefully I'll be doing his hatless appearance again soon. I don't know when. It'll probably be a while. Maybe the next one after the one I'm doing now, the Lancer one. Maybe that one, it'll be a little bit of fire appearance, but not very much. Because I think I might do the Addison one next, which would be a bit of a shorter one. I've been thinking about debating what other comics I want to do in the future. Especially since I don't know when I want to do any stuff for, like, when they actually get home, the light world, because that's the whole big mess of stuff. Susie's mouth go... No. Yeah, I'm not even sure, like, what all of the traps are in Saw. It's, I'm sure they're crazy. Nice one is, wait, is my layout, hold on. Did I accidentally, oh, okay, it is time for me to, do a little break thing, I think. Wait, no, not yet. I only just started. I was trying to read my thing wrong. When's my pre-roll happening? How many comics am I working on? For Eldritchrune, I'm not sure. Because I'm just kind of playing them by ear. I'm not doing them in order like I normally do with comics, where I'm like, okay, I have the story I want to tell, and I'm going to tell it in order. This one, because this one is like, it's so big that like trying to do everything in order would just, it'd be crazy. So I'm just kind of like, oh, this might be a neat thing to do kind of thing. So it's mostly a matter of, okay, what are some neat scenes that would be to do it. I also still need to get back to doing the character art. And all that stuff. Well, that's Kirby. He's that powerful. So I'm not sure how many I'm gonna do total. I'm just kind of playing it by ear. Both on that one, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what kind of power Kirby gets from absorbing a eldritch beast. Maybe it's best if we don't know. Apparently, Kirby always fights really scary monsters in his games. That's true. That's just how Kirby be, I guess. Yeah, I need like a basic, Halloween movie to watch. I was gonna say, like, oh, at least Saw movies, it's a horror franchise you can watch around Halloween. And I'm like, what do I watch around Halloween? I don't know. I should probably dig out Over the Garden Wall and watch that again, because that's a great Halloween series. And I'm not very big into the big horror franchises. I have some friends who are very big into them. They do really cute horror art around this time every year. Who would eat the other faster? I don't know. Probably Kirby. He can just go, what? Because he's Kirby. Yeah. What happened there? That just reminds me, I want to play Smash Brothers. I haven't done that in a while. I guess I could always just get it for the Switch. I have a Switch. I wonder how the, no, I'm using the wrong thing. I wonder how the one player Smash Bros things is on Switch, because I haven't played, what is it, Ultimatum? I don't remember what the Switch version is, but it's like every character. I can finally play a Sora. Something I should get. in the future. Ultimate. Okay, that's it. Oh, that's true. John Carpenter's probably a good example of some good horror. I mean, I know he did The Thing, which is, you know, probably peak practical effects horror. I feel like there's other stuff he did, and I can't remember it. I'm just remembering The Thing, which I haven't seen because I know it'll freak me out, but I do know that he did The Thing. Yeah, usually when I play Smash, I main Yoshi. So I enjoyed all the jokes about Asriel being a Yoshi main in Deltarune. So I'm like, yes, same hat. Oh, Escape from New York and They Live. Okay, that's good to know. Not seen either of those either, but I am aware of their existence. Non-DLC mains are Kirby and Dark Pit. Yeah, I probably need to try out a bunch of other characters. Like, I played Melee a lot when I was younger. Oh, and actually the first Smash Brothers. Like, I grew up on, like, you know, the Smash Brothers on 64 with his little polygon characters. Which is why I made Yoshi, because Yoshi goes all the way back there. When there was, like, basically a 10-character roster. And I played Melee a bunch, and I did play Brawl. And then I skipped the one that was, like, either on the 3DS or the Wii U. And I haven't played Ultimate yet. But maybe I should try Ultimate and see if there's any other characters besides Yoshi I get a hankering for. Plus, I enjoyed, like, the Subspace Emissary one-player mode in Brawl, so more of that I'd be down for. Yeah, a lot of Melee. I had, like, little tournaments and stuff. Okay. Well, I'll probably go back in and add the text that they're saying later. We'll just focus on the art for now, so we can make sure to get that done. We got a few things to tackle today. This is like, oh, what is happening? This is kind of weird. Basically, there's a joke about, like, memes from the early 2000s in here. Late 2000s? I don't know. Early internet. Probably early 2000s. Time is fake. Like, all you kids with your new memes, I'm gonna make memes from, like, 20 years ago. That's normal. Here I am with my I can't hash cheeseburger jokes. Yeah. Unfortunately, Chris didn't quite see what was coming with Susie. They're like, oh, okay, I can just talk to the creature. No. So they might have been a little spooked by Noelle. But rightfully so. Like, I don't want that to happen again. Oh, thank you. It's fun to put little holes in clothing. Alright, I do need to add text to this, jokey text, but we'll go back and add that later. Let's focus on the art stuff and knock shit to that. And I should probably take a break for stretches. Yeah, she was like, I'm coming to get ya. She was dashing through the snow, you might say, on a one-horse open sleigh. Okay, gotta stretch. since I've been kind of slacking on my stretching lately, and I can feel it in my wrist. And I'm like, no, can't do it. Susie got the strongest mint in the world. It's called uranium. Aw, I'm glad. Alright, good luck with writing. And again, for anybody new, apologies about me coughing. This might be a thing for a while because I've got over being sick. And apparently what happens when I'm over being sick is I develop a chronic cough that just will not go away. And kind of sucks. It's the kind of thing I should talk to a doctor about, or my family, because it might be a hereditary thing. I don't know. Apparently I'm not the only one about this, though. I mentioned this on Twitter, and like 2 other people were like, wait, you too? And I'm like, is this kind of a... is that like a thing that happens with people? Like, it's like I'm over being sick, but now I get a cough after I'm sick. Ooh, coffee maker. Uranium 234. Yeah, I also want to get my vaccines. I want the new COVID one whenever that's available here, and also my flu shot. Because being sick super sucks. I don't want it. I don't want no flu. I don't want no COVID. I don't want no nothing. Yeah, my inner ear was messed up when I was sick. I was kind of dizzy and lightheaded one day, which I think was my sinuses. Alright, back for one more stretch. Here I go. Okie dokie, I have returned. Alright, thanks for coming to the stream. Okay, good. Get your updated COVID shots. I'm so glad I didn't have COVID this last week, but I have had it before. Oh. And it sucks so bad. I don't want it again. No more COVID. It sucks. Alright, little Jockington fun. Like, I don't want to do too many of the meet their cannon selves thing, but I'm like, okay, Jockington might be funny, and I need a little... and he needs more love. So, and also, he would just be very chill about the whole thing. He's like, yeah, sports! Ooh, pogo stick. That'd be fun to try. Well, whenever I see pogo stick stuff, I just think of the propaganda short from Disney from, like, you know, World War II era. That was like, to encourage people to, you know, not drive their cars to save gasoline and rubber. We're gonna do a funny short about how you should take a pogo stick to work instead. How great it would be if everybody had a pogo stick. I had a funky song about use a pogo stick to help the war effort. Thanks, Goofy. Yeah, that sounds good. Get your shots. I used to be really lax about it myself. I was always like, I don't need a flu shot. I'll be fine. Until 1 year, when I got the flu super bad, like for a week, when I was supposed to be having a good time with family and friends. And I'm like, I'm never doing that again. I'm always getting my flu shot. Good morning. Thank you for coming to the stream. Soccer balls are like really hard to draw. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. Like, I know how they logically should work, but, I don't know. Okay, hopefully that looks soccer ballish enough. Oh, brother. Yeah, it's like pentagons and hexagons all put together in a certain way. And, it's Jockington. He's just a cool dude. Need more Jockington love in the world. Yeah, like a soccer ball is like basically the black ones are pentagons and the white ones are hexagons, and that's how you tessellate them properly on a ball. But actually, like, drawing it out, it's like, wait a minute, this is kind of hard. Yeah, exactly. If you're an adult, you make that choice for yourself. Again, I get the vaccinations because I don't want to get sick again. Because being sick is stupid and sucks. I hate it. It's like I want to do stuff, but I can't. All I can do is lie around in bed and be bored. And feel bad. Why would I want to do that? I can avoid it. Oof. I just want to do a bit more Caddington. I'm kind of like, okay, how do I... Because I've been referring to this Eldritch Monster mostly as Caddy, but I'm like, but also Jockington's there. Yeah, I am going to get the new COVID shot because, my reactions to it haven't been that bad. I've been always anticipating, I'm going to have a bad reaction to the COVID one. And, like, at worst, usually I'll feel a little tired and my arm will hurt, like, super bad. So, at least with vaccinations, I'm pretty lucky. I was all prepared for it to be bad, and, it's not been bad for me. I do want to stay ahead of any, new variations, because again, I do not want that again. It super duper sucked. And I was lucky in that I didn't have like a thing where it like affected my taste and smell. I don't want that. Yeah, it sucks so bad. Top 5 worst illnesses I've had. I'm trying to go, like other illnesses in my top 5. Definitely when I had chicken pox, that was really bad. I was horribly sick when I had chicken pox. And they didn't have the chicken pox vaccine when I was a kid, so that's why I got it the regular way. It was like, y'all kids are lucky you have a chicken pox vaccine now. And, probably some cases of strep throat when I was really little. Which were really awful. Yeah, no chicken pox vaccine when I was a kid. They developed it, like, after I got it. But if your job relied on taste and smell, you were kind of screwed, I guess. And apparently, like, with losing your taste and smell, they have, like, some kind of, like, therapy you can do to try to get it back, but it takes a long time and it's really hard. Well, speaking of that, because I had chicken pox, I need to really, once I'm old enough to do it, I really need to get a vaccine for shingles, because unfortunately, you are apparently more likely to get shingles if you had chicken pox, and from what I've heard, it's miserable. I super duper do not want that. Like, my aunt was supposed to go on a cruise with us when we went on a cruise back in like 2019, and she had to cancel last minute because she got shingles, which is apparently old people chicken pox but worse. Yeah, oatmeal water, that's what they made you do. Although I didn't have an oatmeal bath when I had chicken pox. I would take like just constant really warm baths, because that was one of the only soothing things I could do when I had chicken pox, but like it was especially awful. I had some scars from some of them. I had them down my throat, and then you can't scratch those. Like, I couldn't eat for 2 days. I was just laying in bed feeling horrible. Do not recommend chicken pox. Yeah, I had them down my throat. I had really bad chicken pox. It was awful. Just all I could do, lay around, feel miserable, can't even eat, barely could watch TV. I was like 10. So yeah, that's one of my top 5 worst illnesses, chicken pox. Thank goodness you guys have a vaccine, because it's bad. Yeah, that's another problem, is like I was old enough to remember it. I was 10 years old, so I could remember what it was like. And I think my 2 little brothers got it too. They probably got it from me, but at the time they were younger than me, so and they also did not have it as badly as I did. I've survived chickenpox down my throat. I don't know where I would wear that shirt. Like, it might be funny, but at the same time, I'm like, where would I wear this shirt? And heck, just like back then, the deal was like, okay, well, you got chickenpox, you're gonna do that because you're a kid. Nothing we can do about that. Just have a vaccine. Uh-oh, don't get distracted. Go do your writing. Gotta do it. I feel like there's another illness I'm forgetting that was really bad. Ew, hives. Ew, oh, that's uncomfortable. Also, this doesn't really count as an illness, but one of the worst things I had happen to me, body-wise, was I got lice when I was a kid. Do not recommend. It was awful! Is it true they put infected babies in kennels to infect other babies as kids so they wouldn't get chickenpox as a result? Not exactly. They did, like, before the vaccine, they did basically have what they would call chickenpox parties. This wasn't for babies, this was for, like, little kids, where, basically if one kid got chickenpox, he would throw a party and invite all the other kids in the neighborhood so that they would also get chickenpox at the same time and basically get it over with. And this was, I don't know how much people thought about shingles at the time, but the idea was like, okay, you get it over with so that you have chickenpox. It's better to get it when you're younger than when you're an older kid, because it's a lot more severe when you're older. But either they didn't know or weren't thinking about the fact that, yeah, when you get chickenpox, that makes you susceptible to shingles when you're an adult. The 1900s. Okay, time to make me feel ancient. 1900s. Ugh. I know, it does. Even though technically 1990 is also 1900s. I'm just glad I'm not from, like, you know, my parents' age of, like, you know, the 60s or something, where, you know, you had, like, by the time I was born, we didn't have to get a smallpox vaccine because smallpox was already eradicated, whereas my parents had to get a smallpox vaccine. And the thing with the smallpox vaccine is that, like, it leaves a scar, like this big kind of, like, puncture wound on your shoulder kind of scar. It's, like, it's there for the rest of your life. That's how big a deal smallpox vaccine was. And I didn't have to get that because by the time I was born, no more smallpox. But my parents did. Okay. Oh, I gotta do little whistles over her head. Whatever those are. And yeah, Pokemon Go event or Pikachu event in Pokemon Go is good. Vaccine is good. Don't have to have to worry about smallpox. I don't have to worry about measles, polio. Measles was terrifying when I learned about it because they're basically like, yeah, if you get measles, then like it basically affects your immune system so that it resets it. So that like if you basically got sick before and developed immunity to it, it basically like wrecks all your immunities for other diseases because it forgets how to like it forgets the immunities you have for other diseases. It's really, really crappy. Okay. You know what to do when your tail is being obnoxious. Being obnoxious. Okay. Jockington, my man. The most talented tail. You're like, I'm just trying to loaf over here. Please just let me loaf. I'm just trying to be a loaf. That's true. I should rewatch Centaur World. That was a good show. I am from before Pogs. You know what I remember? I remember Pogs being invented. And I thought those were so cool. I'm like, Mom, I want Pogs. Look at them. They're advertised in my little kids' magazines. I want the Pogs. And I got a bunch and I like never played with them. Yeah. I had a bunch of Pogs. When people go poggers, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about pogs. Actual little collectibles. I don't know why I was like temporarily obsessed with pogs when I was a kid. I was just like, I want some pogs. The magazines told me how cool they are. Yeah, I tried to play with them at least a little bit, but like I didn't have anybody to play with. Probably was more fun if you actually were like taking them really seriously and you like traded away the pogs that, that you lost and stuff like that. I remember like we had little like cases for them. You had little cases to put your pogs and your slammers in. Yeah, I remember Pokemon coming to the thing too. Another thing in my magazines. I thought it was just like, oh, this is just a big fad. Haha, this was not true. Yeah, I remember when they first invented Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know what happened to all my Pogs from yesteryear. I think they're all gone. Okay. I need to do the black spots on Caddy and them. I believe the Pogs were gotten rid of a long time ago. Goodbye to Pogs. Oh, nice. Yeah, I bet there probably are a ton of millennials that are like, okay, I'm not going to use these again. Anybody want them? I gotta look up the pink stripe that's in Caddy's head. Cool shades, yeah. Yeah, the markings on his eyes are supposed to be like his sunglasses. It's a joke. Ancient Pokemon cards. Oh no. Oh no. My little brother used to collect Pokemon cards. We had a bunch of those growing up. And also, Magic the Gathering. Which didn't go as well because, unfortunately, he brought his Magic the Gathering cards to school. And they got stolen twice. So, don't do that, I guess. I don't even know how they got stolen twice, but they did. Just sucks. He tried to teach me how to play Magic the Gathering, and I didn't do very well, because I'm like, okay, this is kind of complicated, I'll do my best. And it probably would be fun if I spent more time on it, but I did not spend as much time on it as he did anyway. But he did try and teach me. We'll have the pink on top of that in a bit. It is traumatic to get your Pokemon cards stolen. Especially when you're a little kid. I have a friend that ended up trying to sell like wallets made out of Pokemon cards. Like all kind of taped together so you can like basically little wallets made up of old Pokemon cards. That was a cute idea. Yeah, where's the thing? Yeah, it was neat. Again, I apologize for coughing all the time. I don't know if that's very fun to listen to. Or maybe you like my raspy voice. The far-off time of the 90s. No, it is far off, isn't it? It's like 30 years ago. Oh no. Background noise. My coughing has become like the crickets. What's really frustrating is when, like, I'll hear crickets chirping and I'm like, wait a minute, the cricket chirping isn't coming from where the crickets are. It's coming from my trash can. And I was like, oh, this is because apparently when I was cleaning out the crickets, I threw away one that was still alive. And now it's just chirping forever, sadly, in the bottom of my trash can. Old timey. Good grief. Good grief. Okay, I think that's pretty funny because I'm pretty sure that some people from Ed, and Eddie have worked on Craig of the Creek, if I recall correctly. Years ago. Okay. I want more excuses to draw Caddy and Jockington in Eldritchrune because it turns out they're actually a pretty fun monster to draw. year is 2000. I remember even in the 90s it feels like, oh, 2000 is so far away and mysterious. It was not. It was just a few years away. Wasn't that long ago. Whew. Definitely easy to get nostalgia goggles about stuff like that, though. Oh yeah, that'd be cute. Twin Runes is a lot of fun. Yeah, and the designs for it are super cute. And it's good to try out lots of different designs on things. Yeah, I guess Millennium babies are old enough to drink. That's crazy. That's nutty. I'm super old. I swear, anytime I hear my computer start humming a little louder, I'm like, yep, save. Control S over here. The C rounds. I kind of hope we see the black checker pieces in canon. I doubt it, but I think it would be cute. Wait, are they actually working on construction today? It's supposed to be a holiday in Canada. It's Canadian Thanksgiving today. They can't be doing stuff. That's not allowed. Maybe it'll be a much later chapter. Who knows? We got plenty of chapters to go. Okay. I'll do the white and pink stuff here. We're almost done with this one. Then yeah, I'll go back and add the text on these later. Oh, but first, it's time for me to do a stretch. Yeah, it's Canadian Thanksgiving. Grind, people, but the grind. Don't do construction on Thanksgiving. I thought that was tomorrow. I thought that was on the 10th. Oh, that's the 9th here. Yeah, I thought Indigenous Peoples' Day was on the 10th. Oh, you have the day off today? Well, it's probably because they're doubling it up on a Monday so that, you know, you don't have to do this on a Tuesday. It's kind of weird in the middle of the work week or the school week. But I'm pretty sure the actual day is the 10th. Because that was previously Columbus Day, and I'm sure for some people it still is, but Columbus sucks, so the other option is better. For some reason, like, my college had a bunch of art of Columbus. We had, like, a statue of him and, like, this big mural, and I was always like, why do we have this? This isn't, like, we're on the West Coast, the opposite place of where Columbus was. He is the opposite of relevant to this place. Why do we have this stuff of him? It doesn't make sense. It was stupid. I don't know if those art pieces are still there. But I never understood why we had them in that college in the first place. Our college had no connection to Columbus as far as I knew. I think they were just donated. Alright, I'm going to be right back for one more stretch and stuff. returning. Whew. A slug discovered America. Good way to go, slug. Oh, yeah, I want to get that apple in. It looks like a candy apple. But, yeah. No reason to celebrate Columbus. One, he didn't discover America. People found it before he did. Two, people knew the world was round well before he did. Well before he was like, oh, wait, I'm going to get to India this way. And also, he was wrong because, like, he was just super wrong about how big the world is. People knew how big the world is millennia before he did. Before he went anywhere. And three, he was just, like, an asshole that even his contemporaries were like, dude, what is your problem? So, he wasn't first in anything. He was wrong about it, and everybody in his time thought he was an asshole. So, we don't need a holiday for him. Like, I know, like, he was originally, like, set up for a holiday because, like, basically Italian Americans wanted, like, a hero figure for a holiday, but it's like, there's gotta be better Italians for that, my dude. Heck, the Super Mario Brothers are better Italians to celebrate. Let's have a Mario Day. Oh, we do have Mario Day. March 10th, that's Mario Day. So there you go. We don't even need Columbus Day. We got Mario Day. An Italian who has done infinitely more for the good of the world than Columbus. Alright, I need the pink color for Caddy's hair. Yeah, I'm like, why Columbus? Doesn't make sense. Why'd you pick the one, like, biggest jerk who was also wrong? There's gotta be better people. There's Caddy. Okay, I just want to get the pink out of her hair. So I'm gonna add that. Hair, fur, whatever this is. Exactly. Better things to be done. And I think we already had, like Canada already had Reconciliation Day. I think it was on the 30th of September, so that was a little ways away. Okay. Well, now they're being the doofuses. And again, I will add text to these later. We don't need... But we will get back to that later. For now, let's work on these doodles. Let's do some doodling. And then I'll also try and do that excuse me, coloring for a little bit of Princess and the Dragon stuff up there, which I've not done in forever. I've not read Gaster's Great Escape, but maybe I should check that out. I also I really need to like sit down and read through the Kara timeline comic, because that looks good. I need to do that. Like, I started, I like read the first few and I was like, oh, I need to check out more, and then I got busy, so I gotta do the rest. I'm up to date on Twin Runes, so that's fun. And Unexpected Guest, still reading that, and I think Inverted Fates on hiatus, and hand plates finished. Yeah, the one by Lilybug. Another species swap here. Things I need to keep up with. She is fuzzy and angry. emo goat. There's so many comics out there to read. Just a matter of setting aside the time for it, or doing it during like a lunch break or something. When did IF go on hiatus? I know it was a while ago because Dork was working on a Persona fanfic. I think that was taking up her time. She was working on that. Susie would rock horns. And I don't know. I know that progress is being made on Inverted Fate, but I don't think there was much new stuff posted as far as I know. Or else I just caught up and failed to check again. Yeah, there's always so much to do. And I ain't gonna be like, no, Dork should be working on Inverted Fate. Dork can work on whatever they want to work on. So if they want to do a Persona fic, they can do that. Later chapter 3 weeks ago? Okay, I'll check that out again. Because I could have sworn that it was on hiatus for a while because she was working on a fanfic. Because the last thing I caught up on was... Because I was reading it off the website. Like, if there was another place that updated, I don't know because I was reading it off the website. And watching the vids and all that stuff. But... I think the last one I caught up with was Rift or something like that. I don't remember what it was called. But if there's another chapter, I gotta go check. Because, yeah, I was specifically reading it off the website because that seemed like the best place to read it. Oh, the website's pretty bright. Okay, is there another place where it's updating? Because, yeah, I was like, oh, website. It's nice and convenient, and there's music and stuff, so I'll... hair like that. So I'll read it there, but, I didn't know if it was updating someplace else. Like maybe on YouTube or something? Okay, I'll check the YouTube. Especially because, for the first part of it, it was like a lot of, sprite comic and sprite animation, so that probably wasn't going to be on YouTube. But, if there's more on the YouTube, I'll have to look at that later. Okay. Okay, I'm glad that was still going. Because, yeah, I thought that was on hiatus because I thought that Dork was busy with a fanfic. That was my understanding. I just haven't played any Persona, so I was like, okay, not for me. I don't know if I will play Persona or not. He is dinosaur. Okay. Yep, hiatuses happen sometimes. I agree. I saw this one post on the subreddit recently that was just obnoxious about, Toby, why isn't he updating, maybe I should wait for the green. Updated Deltarune. He's a businessman, not an artist. I'm like, how about I stuff you in a locker? He's nervously Zord. It was so stupid. Yeah, that's true. The Reddit is pretty obnoxious. I'll skim it sometimes, but I don't really participate because I think if I did, it would kind of rot my brain. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's like people being very young or if it's just the culture, but it's like oof, oof, oof. But I definitely feel like there's a higher quality of work on both Tumblr and Twitter. Maybe a bit of both? Yeah, probably. glasses in green. Yeah, AO3 is where most fics go anyway. UBI would be very nice. This definitely would make being between jobs a lot easier. Hey. Boy. I realize I need to post the more Spiritfarer from that thing last week. Gotta put that thing up. For some reason the Spiritfarer files are very large. They take a while to upgrade, or to not upgrade, to upload. Tumblr's pretty decent. Maybe it's just the people I follow. But on Tumblr I mostly am like, okay, y'all are pretty decent here. And Twitter's kind of falling apart, but hopefully it'll move to Blue Sky eventually. One can hope. It's a cardboard box with hair in it. And Tumblr is so weird about how the engagement stuff works. Like with Tumblr, or Twitter is so weird about the engagement stuff works. Like with Tumblr, I have a pretty good idea of how something I post will do. With Twitter, something could be totally ignored, or it could just be like totally take off. And there's like no in between. There's a lot of new social medias. Yeah, exactly. If you keep your follower list low, then like you're only gonna get good stuff. I appreciate being able to curate what's on my timeline. Please let me see things in chronological order. Yeah. Yeah, I need to make it public on my Twitch as well. Things I really need to set aside time to do during my break. Let's probably upgrade some stuff on my Twitch and be like, hey, now it's shinier and looks better. So people stop by, they'll be like, oh, this looks fun. Well, you don't have to reblog what you don't want to. There's plenty of posts that cross my thing that are like, oh, this is an important thing. And I'm like, okay, then I'm not going to reblog it because I'm only going to reblog stuff I want to. It's my space. I do have a Discord, but I don't know if it's actually linked to, like, on my Twitch so that people can join the Discord. Like, I need, like, a little bot that'll be like, if somebody types in Discord, then it'll link them to my Discord. Especially since I guess Discord is now, like, you can't do permanent join links anymore, which is not helpful. I like how Queen is basically like in the old iMacs I had when I was in high school. They were bright and shiny and colorful. Hello again, welcome back with coffee. Yeah, that's what I mean by link my Discord, is be like, hey, here's my Discord if you want to join. It's pretty chill and fun. Yeah, exactly. I like the see-through technology. Remember those plastic see-through Nintendo 64 controllers? Those were great. Give me more see-through technology. Nowadays it's all like boring and uniform. I need to draw Queen more. I guess the darkeners in general more. I feel like I mostly draw lightener stuff and I don't draw the darkeners often enough, so gotta try and remedy that. I don't think having see-through technology actually lets people know how the technology works. I don't think that's how it goes. I think you have to actually disassemble it and study it. Yeah, I do like them colorful game consoles. You're like, I'm scoping you out with my vision. My radar vision. Cool face. I kind of wonder how many bosses we'll be having. Let's see. That don't have eyeballs in Deltarune. Oh no, don't throw up on the computer. No! That is misery. What color are her gloves again? Let me look this up. Okay, I thought they might be black. They are not. Never mind. This part's black though. I don't know where the worst place I threw up is, but I don't think I ever threw up on a person, to my knowledge. Hope not, anyway. If they did, they didn't tell me. Okay. We got a couple doodles we're getting done. Yeah, I actually had fun with the goat Susie. Goat monster. She looks good with fluff. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. I've never been to Hershey Park though. I guess all you can do in that kind of situation is laugh about it at the end. You're like, okay, it sucked, but that was past me's problem. Not now. Watch out, Susie. You're fun when you're fluffy. Our fluffy mean girls. Throwing up on people is my love language. I mean, you gotta really care about somebody to be like, okay, you threw up on me, but that's okay. I'll deal with it. Most of that would just make me throw up. Blech, 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 blech. So you don't think Bram Stoker's gonna rise from the grave to berate you, but it's almost Halloween. Bram Stoker's coming for you. Why haven't you read your Dracula Daily on the day it was supposed to come out? Yeah, kind of hard. Okie dokie. Excuse me. The next thing we'll do is the Princess and the Dragon one, which I've kind of put off. Oh, okay. I wonder if this is not there. Like it. Slightly more like that. No, yeah, ugh. It's such a frustrating human reaction that you know, you see or hear or smell throw up and you want to throw up. Why, body? That's stupid. Okay. Let's try and do the colors on this. this is probably going to take longer. Someone was asking, why haven't you done any Princess and the Dragon stuff again? I'm like, oh, I should do that. I'm like, oh, okay, the reason why I haven't done that is because, like, drawing in Noelle's, like, art style is kind of time-consuming. Because she's drawing it, like, you know, middle school drawing. Or I guess she'd be in high school, but, like, you know how when you're in high school or younger and you're drawing, they're not super great, but they're earnest. The anime. Exactly. She's very anime drawing. Like, I'm trying to remember how I used to draw when I was little, and I don't know if it was like this, but I try. You've got like a... Oh, this is probably going to wear down my pen nib, actually. It's like... This is Noelle's fantasy friend fiction, where she's a lost princess and Susie is a big, cool dragon. She's like, gosh, she's so cool. I really nailed down Noelle's style. We don't even know what her style is. Hopefully it's this. The sparkly princess dress. She just seems like the sort of person who would do, like, you know, anime style. You know, it seems in character for her. Like, she was, you know, using LiveJournal at the time and all that stuff. She has to have written some fan fiction. Come on. It just makes logical sense. Yeah, exactly. Internet user from, like, early 2000s. He's going on getting her Neopets and Webkins and all that goodness. Don't look up user 666 on YouTube, Noelle, you're gonna scream. Yeah, exactly. Well, she would have had to have written it recently. Hey, we did watch Shark Boy and Lava Girl at one point, didn't we? That was a fun time. Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Of course, she writes fan fiction. A lined notebook and hides it under her bed. Her mom won't find it. Goodness knows what would happen then. Yeah, I gotta watch some Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I enjoyed it anyway. Oh, I just realized I forgot their collar. Maybe I should do her regular face first. We got like this sort of thing. Yep. Draw around her big anime eyes. Of course, Des would have been supportive. It has to be supportive. She like learned draw anime by watching like Ranma 1/2 or something. Taylor Lautner? Probably. Everybody's in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Right, her little ears coming out the side. Yeah, the reason why I haven't drawn this very much, it takes a long time to draw stuff in Noelle's weird little style. Oh, thank you. That was also very fun to do. She would also totally do that. Big anime eyes. Susie has big snoot. Nose. A little anime mouth. Love Girl sequel. Well, it shouldn't look any better. It needs to look the same as always. It's Shark Boy and Lava Girl. She's doing her best. I gotta do like little spots on thing. Not much room for them. Do her weird wavy hair. I should probably have her hair like coming out of the back like that. And all these hearts. Excuse me. Wondering when I should stop for a break again. First, must draw lots of Noelle and her friend fiction. I don't think that's how I did her hair prep last time, but well, hopefully it still works. No, don't give Kirby the power of the Millennium Puzzle. Don't do it, no. That is too much power. So I remembered, like, when I was, you know, big X-Files fan in high school, I was watching X-Files all the time. They were also trying to really push another show at the same time called Millennium. This was waiting before the turn of the Millennium. And I don't think it did very well because eventually it got canceled. Here's her magical princess hair. All flowing around. I know I love the Fangamer merch. I kind of want like that sleep blanket they came out with recently. It looks really cute. could get some of the whatchamahoo's, the nerdroids. Those figures are really nice. I can get those. I am gonna do the outlines last. Pick your fandom. Yeah, Sans' hoodie is pretty much just nice light blue hoodie. Okay. There's your little outfit. Yeah, it's shocking how long this takes. I'm so used to being like, bloop, 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 it's done. But no. When you're drawing stuff by hand in your notebook, you gotta take the time for it. Okay, I'll do little outlines for her. Actually, I think that's more saturated. Oh, I don't know. It could be cute and sweet. It could be both. She could be like, well, some days I'm in the mood for a cute, sweet little princess story, and some days I'm in the mood for something naughtier. That's the life of a teenager. I get so annoyed when people are like, ew, Noelle's all creepy and weird. I'm like, she's a teenage girl. She's fine. She's doing normal teenage girl things. Y'all are teenagers. You should know better. Exactly. The whole point of the turning red thing is like her getting all weird and flustered about a guy suddenly is like, that is a normal teenage thing, and she was super embarrassed by it because her mom was like, no. Sure, although I probably won't be able to click on a link right now because I am drawing. Let's see, I gotta do the flowers around them. So we can do some of those. Flowers everywhere. Yeah, I'll get to it eventually. At some point. I know. Where a lot of people, teenage girls can't have jack squat. How dare you have fantasies that we might perceive as uncouth. That is forbidden for a girl to have. Girls are supposed to be clean, innocent, and nice. They can't want scary things. Or dangerous things. That's not allowed. No fun allowed. People are weird about Noelle. Let her be weird. Let her be a weird, weird teenage girl. If you can't be you can't be weird when you're a teenager, when can you be weird? When you have a job? No. Yep. Red flowers. I have to add all this other stuff in. Purple flowers. I don't know if it's weird Puritan ideas. I think, like, honestly, the truth of it, I think it's surveillance state kind of stuff. I think because, like, especially young people are so used to, like, being watched and judged all the time by strangers that, like, there's this extra big, like, pressure to, like, perform and be morally correct. And, like, when you're a teenager, you're already like, oh, I want to be a good person. I want to do what's morally correct. You're looking to other people for, you know, guidance on this kind of thing. But, like, in a state now where, like, so much of what you are doing is being watched and judged by the public all the time, there's, I think, extra pressure to be like, you have to be morally good at all times, and you have to be thinking the correct thoughts at all times. And we can't have any, you know, leeway or gray area on this. That's not allowed. And so, like, that turns into, like, this puritanical thing of, like, you have to stay innocent for your own safety kind of thing. Yeah. Like, you can't like this media, it's bad. It's a combination of a bunch of different things that are just kind of coalescing in terms of, like, how teenagers react online. I'm glad I'm giving you things to chew on. Basically, the thing of it is like, I think privacy is important for everybody. We need to be able to have things that's like, okay, this is not expected to be shared with the rest of the world. But it's not so much anymore. You're expected to be able to perform, you know, this certain level of proper decorum at all times. And that also comes out in, like, you know, your media consumption kind of stuff. Alright, we'll work on Susie Dargan. I'd like to see what colors I picked for her. Yeah, I'm sorry, kids who are new to fandom. I'm gonna be in fandom forever. That ain't changing. That ain't going away. Because I like doing it, and I'm an adult, so I can do what I want. I've definitely gotten, like, you know, weird asks in my ask box. Be like, oh, what are you doing? And I'm just like, what I'm doing is ignoring you. Goodbye. Dargan, Susie. Well, I'm glad it's a comfort. Take comfort in my horrible chronic cough. Like, yeah, obviously, like, you know, there's different levels of, like, what's acceptable in society and stuff like that. But especially when it comes to, like, media and stuff like that, like, you are fine enjoying media that's problematic. You are fine enjoying ships that are problematic because it's fiction. It's not real. It's not real people. It's just stories. This stuff does cross over with real life sometimes. But part of, like, having good media literacy is recognizing where it does and why it does and how you react to that. Yep, I'm an oldie party. And also, I think it's definitely important to remember, like, you are not, like, a bad person for, like, enjoying horror media or problem media or stuff like that. There's lots of different reasons to enjoy media that's not wholesome. Yep. I mean, the internet's just people, so. My main worry is, like, I don't really care what kind of media you consume. There's some media that I'm like, okay, I don't like it. That's why I'm not gonna, like, watch it. But I'm more concerned about, like, okay, like, how are you treating other people? Are you treating other people well? Because if you're not, then we have a problem. Like real people. Wait, what do you mean bad person for liking Persona? Like, Persona is just a normal game, as far as I know? I don't understand. That's silly. Let's add a bit more. Draw sketchy stuff. like a... to look like a bunch of scribbles over here. Oh, whatever. I don't know enough about Persona to talk about that, but as far as I heard, Persona's fine. Yeah. Again, I think that the difference now is, yeah, that puritanical mindset's always existed. But again, I think the difference now is, like, again, with a surveillance state the way it is, you are expected to perform to certain degrees of, like, morality. And because so much of our internet usage is, like, media consumption, then that gets translated from, like, consuming media correctly is the same as morality, which it's not. Oh yeah, people definitely have taken the wrong message from, like, those things. And unfortunately, as an artist, you only have very limited control over that. Like, you can try and be like, okay, I hope people get the joke and the point being made here, and sometimes they do, and sometimes they really don't. Yeah, like, it's stupid to be like, I can't enjoy this because it's transphobic. Like, I like MST3K, and also, if you watch some, like, especially stuff from earlier seasons, they make a bunch of transphobic jokes in there. Mostly because, like, this was the 90s, and that was super acceptable to make transphobic jokes and stuff like that, because people just did not have that same, like, you know, thinking about it like we do today. And I can sit there and be like, oh dang, that joke's transphobic, that sucks. And then also laugh at the rest of the jokes that are not. You know? Like, it's possible to parse that out. Where are they? You're gonna miss out on a much more varied media experience if you're like, I can't consume any media that's problematic, because there's no media that's perfect, not a single one. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you have to, like, you can be enjoying something otherwise and be like, oh, that joke sucked, and, you know, move on. And obviously that's going to be different for different people. Like, if you're a trans person and you're like, oh, that joke ruined my day, then, you know, that's going to be different. But it just depends on the person. Oh, yeah, for sure. I imagine Ranma 1/2 is especially tricky on that aspect. Yep. Yep. And also, sometimes it's kind of good to be like, okay, I'm enjoying this, but this is the part I'm not enjoying, and then examine, like, okay, why did I not enjoy that? Yeah. Like, I think the first anime that I really got into for some unknown reason, because this is very dumb, was Excel Saga, and I'm pretty certain that is... I haven't watched it in a long time, but I'm pretty certain that it's full of jokes that super duper would be inappropriate today. And probably were testing the waters a bit even back in the day, but I'm sure nowadays that if I rewatched it, there'd be some jokes I'd be like, holy cow, I can't believe they said that, sort of thing. Yep, time period it came out makes a difference. There's beautiful dragon Susie, here to share some hearts. I thought that was like an episode of South Park or something. I've usually just heard good things about Futurama. Although certainly you can have like some dud episodes and an otherwise good show. Dragonland like in Dragon Tales. I didn't watch Dragon Tales growing up, but I wish I did. Yeah, boobs. Yeah, that's the joke of Ranma 1/2 is, oh, he gets turned into a girl. And oh, the joke is that it's now time for my stretch. Okay. Well, we're almost done with the Princess and the Dragon stuff. That's good. I gotta do a little outline around her. Oh no, not boobs. And it's fun drawing this again, but also, yeah, it just takes a while to do those two in excuse me, in Noelle's little style. Yeah, Ranma 1/2 is a classic series. This has been around for a long time. Yep. It's all because they fell into hot springs. Oh no, I fell into the hot spring where a panda died. Now I'm gonna turn into a panda. And then we'll get into fights and stuff like that. Yep, it's just weird. The creator's done, like, there's another very famous anime from, like, the early 90s, maybe even earlier. What was it called that she worked on? I don't remember. And it's like, it was like this, like, demon girl. And she has kind of like tiger stripe print costumes and kind of teal hair and little horns. I can't remember what that anime was called, but that was another. I think that was by the same creator as Ranma, and that was a really Lum. That was it. That was a really popular anime from. I'm pretty sure that came out prior to Ranma. Even more classic stuff. I'll drink my orange juice though. I used to watch anime a bunch in college, and I kind of stopped. Yeah, I never watched that one, but I knew it existed because one of my college friends, she just had so much classic anime. Shelves and shelves of it. So much that we got to see. Okay. Add land over. Alright, I'll be right back for one more stretch. returning to the place. Does Twitch not have a spoiler tags? Maybe not. It'd be a useful feature if they did. Not useful for the streamer, maybe people in chat, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Big old Dargan wings for big old Dargan Susie. And yeah, if you don't want to engage in those franchises, you don't have to. The nice thing about anime is that there is a ton of stuff out there, depending on what you like. So if you see something and you're like, I don't really want to see that, you don't got it. There's tons of other things to see. Big Dargan wings. Test. Yeah, exactly. Animation is a medium, not a genre. So, there's a classic anime, you're like, I don't want to see that. You don't have to. As the Lion King song goes, there's more to see than can ever be seen. Yeah, I'd probably not. She'd be like, wow, that's a cool dragon. Neat that it's purple. Where'd you learn to draw that? And, it's just like, not from the How to Draw Dragons book, because Asriel took that out and never returned it. Well, if Asriel took out that book, it'd be really funny if he's, like, also into big purple dragons, and everybody's just into big purple, everybody's into Susie, and she's too oblivious to notice it. Test, test, test. What are we testing? Everybody wants a purple dragon. It's grown-up Spyro! Good for her. Everybody just thinks she's so cool, and they're right to think so, because she is so cool. Let's see. Dark purple for her outline. Here she is, beautiful Dargan. I probably would enjoy Spyro. I remember, like, it's okay if these lines are not actually perfect, because that's the whole point, is that it's Noelle's drawing and it's only super okay. And also, like, she probably played, like, or she didn't play horror video games, like Silent Hill or whatever, but, like, Des would play them and she would watch them. And she was like, close my eyes at certain parts, and then Des would be like, okay, you can open your eyes here. Oh no, close your eyes again. And yes, she probably would play a lot of RPGs. I still think she would have played like a lot of those online Neopet kind of stuff going on. Okay. Yeah. Her beautiful dragon drawings. Alright, good luck with your errands. Chris tried to introduce you to Sonic.exe. Chris be like, this is so totally real. She gets to like the scream with like Sally's eyes set up and she just screams. Noelle, his name. Have you ever heard of the Tale of Tales doll? She's like, oh my gosh, it's the scariest thing I've ever seen. Let's get all kinds of parts going on here. Try to think of some other funny things of internet yore. Brady's like, hey Chris, have you seen homestarrunner.com? Yes, Berkeley, I've seen homestarrunner.com. Look at all them hearts. Yeah, I actually don't know the Tales doll story that well. Not as well as I do other creepypastas of yore. And do a little bit of backdrop here. Well, maybe not. I don't know if I like that or not. Maybe I should just leave it white. She found a nice clean sheet of paper for this. You draw more different S. And then consummate V's. A little wingling dragon. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, we did some Princess and the Dragon with Noelle's big anime eyes and her big anime dragon girlfriend. I'm not gonna draw the whole thing because again it takes a while. What time do we have? We have about half an hour, maybe a little more. What else did I have planned for today? I think I'm gonna work on some Eldritchrune character art because I haven't been able to do that yet. I keep putting it by the wayside. So let's get that done. She makes Rainbow Factory fan art. Like, oh my gosh, this is so scary, the ponies! And then, yep, she makes Rainbow Factory fan art. Chris is like, hey, Noelle, you should read this My Little Pony fanfic I saw called Cupcakes. It's about Pinkie Pie making cupcakes. I think you'd really like it. Oh my gosh, Chris. Oh, it's like a Rainbow Factory is not that bad, honestly. It's like, it's, you know, edgelord, creepy, you know, murdery MLP fanfic. But honestly, like, the music for it slaps. Like, excuse me. Alright. The Rainbow Factory music slaps. Although Cupcakes, the fanfic is whatever. I haven't read it, but like from what I hear of it, one, it's not super worth it, it's just gratuitously gross. But also, like, I read a bunch of really bad Kingdom Hearts fanfiction when I was, you know, used to riff on it kind of thing. And I'm pretty sure the Kingdom Hearts fanfiction I saw was worse than Cupcakes. Yeah, Rainbow Dash kills Scootaloo for her rainbow juice. Which, okay. But I do think that, from what I understand, Cupcakes is kind of just gratuitously gory. Which, okay, edgelord. But I was super unfazed by it because, you know, I've seen worse. But then again, if like I was like a little kid trying to look up, you know, My Little Pony fanfiction and getting that probably would have upset me. So it's like, it's fine to write the scary stuff, but at least, you know,